Hi, I'm Raquel, and this is Law Librarian Plans. Welcome back to my channel. This is only my second video. I'll probably be saying this the first week. I'll stop, I promise. Um, but I wanted to show you, as I promised in my first video, my new work planner setup. So I have all of these things here on the desk that I'm going to use, and I'm going to start moving some things away, and then we will get started. As I mentioned in my previous video, my work planner, I've had different work planners over the years. And in the last year and a half, I've been flailing about trying different things and not getting anything that has worked for me for any length of time. And the reason for that is that I have a job that looks very different at different times of the year. So right now we're in July. This will come out in early July. So we're in the middle of our summer. Not much is going on by way of activity. I mean, there's a lot of work. I have a 12-month job. Even though I am also a faculty member, my job is primarily administrative, and therefore I work 12 months of the year. But the reality is that there are fewer students around in the summer, and there's also the faculty is also very few of them that are around in the summer. So my job looks very different. And right now, what I am focusing on are projects and catching up on things that there's really no time to do during the academic year. I just like this cover. Not only did I buy this planner, I also bought a second planner with an embroidered cover because I loved the cover and also had no plans for it. Then I opened this and I realized, oh no, this is a vertical planner. I don't want a vertical planner for work. Been there, tried that. I want something else. And what I decided on was a dashboard planner. So what I did was I took my two planners and looked at both of them, and the other planner was a dashboard planner. So I took out the guts. I kept the title page here. I kept my dividers, but then I took out the guts from the second page of the monthly all the way to the end of the month, and I just swapped them out because all of the Happy Planner guts are coordinated. So for their main plain planners, they're pretty much, they all go together. So it doesn't matter, as long as you keep, you want your dividers that came with it, then you just change that second page to the end of the month. So that's where we landed. But now I gotta get this set up because this alone is not going to do the trick. Remember, I told you my schedule changes from semester to semester, month to month, so sometimes day to day. So I need something that's going to work. So I love this cover. I absolutely adore this cover, this Cafe Core cover, but this is not the cover I'm going to use this month. I don't know when I'm going to use it. I do love it, so it will be used not for the beginning of the new planner. So instead, what I decided I would use, which I fell in love with the minute I saw it, but had no idea what I was going to do, I'm going to use my Jane's Agenda July box. And the box, I get the deluxe box. I'm not going to talk all about it because there are many videos out there talking about the box, and you can see an unboxing of this particular one. But I get the deluxe box, which includes everything. And this month, for July, Jane, the person whose company this is, gave us this amazing yellow cover. It's a mustardy yellow. It's absolutely beautiful, and it goes absolutely perfectly with all the other pieces of this collection, which you see here. So I have something to help me set up my planner. I love it. I'm going to use this month, and then from there we'll go. Now, normally when you see somebody doing this, you will see that they will put the cover on their discs and then put any of these pieces on their discs and then feed it. However, I'm not sure exactly what all is going to go in this. So I don't know if I'm going to need classic size discs or extender discs. So I'm going to set this thing aside. I'm going to grab this back because I'm going to need guts from this. And I'm going to grab what I've been using currently. So I'm going to show you what I've been using. And I've been using Jane's products for almost a year now. This is a Happy Planner cover, but when you open it up, you will see that my cover is actually the June Jane's Agenda piece. So what I'm going to do first, so I can get rid of this, because this is not going to be, I'm not going to need this for very long, is I'm going to grab August and September. I already took out July. I already decorated my July monthly and the first week, which is June 30th through, and don't do what I was trying to do, which is try to take out a big chunk of it at a time. So I took out the monthly for July. I decorated that monthly, and I also decorated the week of June 30th through July 6th. So that's all set. So now I've taken the first 3 months. And why am I doing it this way? I think 3 months is about right for me to be able to see in paper. The reality is, like many people, I use Outlook. So for my schedule, day to day, and my reminders so that I actually show up at my meetings, I use Outlook. So I don't need to be able to see a whole year. If anything future bound comes into my atmosphere, it gets added into Outlook, and then I don't have to worry about it. So we have this. I already decorated July. I mentioned that. I need to grab that. That's in my interim Franken planner, which I seem to have misplaced, but oh, found it. So let me grab that. And this is what I use. The cover is just for protection, but I have all of the guts of all of my planners for the month of July in here. They're going to be moved into my official Franken planners on Sunday. So let me grab the work pages that I have from this. Make sure I grab them all. And I'm going to take them out. And I have a pretty good inkling of what's going to happen here, but I don't want to assume until I actually have everything. So I took off the title page, and now I have title page, July, August, and September. I don't need the previous month because I create a brain dump every week. And then from that brain dump, I put things on the weekly. That's how I plan to use it, this particular one. So, so that's where we are. Okay, so now I have my calendar planning guts. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this lovely. And from here, I'm going to look very quickly. So this is what I've been doing. I have been using these dividers from Canva Plan, and then a Happy Planner monthly. I'm going to show you very quickly. This is what it looks like. It's decorated and everything. And then trying different inserts. I put in these inserts from Jane's Agenda. I did not use them. They just did not work for me. So there they are. See, and what I keep telling you, a weekly does not work for me the way that I would hope. I am going to grab this particular insert because I'm going to use that. And I have already created my list for next week. Let me see from here. This is a list that I need to deal with later. I'm going to leave everything else there. No, I need this. Well, I'll grab that later. I'm going to grab these. These are my statistics sheets, and I've been very bad about using them, but I'm going to grab them because that's something I want to improve. The rest of this notebook are notes from meetings. And I keep notes from meetings for about 6 months to a year. That may change. But these do not have to be in my planner. And that was part of my mistake. I was kind of carrying this back and forth. I just need the sheet from the previous meeting. I usually don't have to refer back to older meetings. So I'll have to make some decisions there. I have some extra dividers here because I was going to add other categories. I'm going to leave them alone. I don't need them. And then none of these pages are really necessary. This pocket, this is a fun pocket. This one has some stickers, and this one has, actually this one has some information, and this one has some stickers. Those are going to stay there for now. I don't think I'm going to need them. I'm going to leave the pen holder and the pen in here for now. All of that is going to move to my Jane's Agenda storage. So I think I'm done with this one. That pretty much does that. And I actually ended up grabbing an extra page here that I don't need. So I just moved it out. I'm going to keep my guts there. All right. So I'm realizing I'm going to need, what am I thinking that I'm going to need? I'm going to need one more top tab divider, but I don't know if I have them available. I forgot to move the top tab dividers, so let me grab those. I had those already inserted in here because I love dividers, and what I didn't want was to have these all get used for something else. So they're already labeled. These are Live Love Posh top tab dividers, and the labels came from her. They're perfect for what I want. They're not exactly what I want. The Get It Done one is getting things done, but hey, you know what? It works. So I'm going to put those there for now. I haven't decided yet. All right, so we have these pages that I pulled out, which already has my partial to-do list. We have the sticky notes and whatnot. The next thing I'm going to grab to add to this lovely is some paper. And I've been using paper from various packs, but this planner or this binder is what I've been using for my monthlies. So you can see here various monthlies. I'm not using the currently pages or anything like that. This one I didn't even fill out. Like, that's how far. That was February. And I have the rest of the dividers. I'm not going to use them. I'm not going to use the calendar. So I'll save the calendars because the calendars are single-sided. So I'll show you one from a future note. They're, excuse me, double-sided. They're not, my goodness, words. They're not attached to the divider, so I can use these at any time. And I love these. These are so minimalist, that I just absolutely adore them. So I'm going to leave those alone in here. But what this is what they call the plans and notes, that it's sold on Amazon. It has these great dividers, which I love. And see, you can see the rest of that weekly insert that I didn't use. I have some daily sheets here. I'm going to grab some of those. I had some somewhere else, but now that's where they ended up. And I have some plain paper. And that's actually what I want right now is to grab, I'm going to grab 20 sheets. Actually, 10 sheets. This is very, very thick paper. It's actually, I would say it's a little bit nicer than the planner paper. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so it's pretty thick when you start adding pages. And what I don't want is to end up with a huge bulky planner because this planner is going to travel with me back and forth. So I'm going to put that aside. And this is great. I love these plans and notes. They come with dating pages. They're all the same. If I had to worry about being very formal at work, I would use these to date all of my months. But my work, nobody sees my planner but me, so it doesn't matter. And I'm going to leave the dailies in there for now. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep the dailies in there. I have another stash of dailies. Maybe I'll grab some dailies. Now, you probably noticed that my dailies are dated, and that's fine. What I'm going to do, because these came in an insert from Jane, there were 3 months worth of dailies. These dailies are single-sided, which I think is the most delightful thing. So what I'm probably going to do is not worry about the dates, because when I'm going to use these, when I have a day that I have a schedule that is gnarly, well, if it's busy with meetings all day, I'm not going to need this. This is not going to do the trick for me. But if I have a day where I have maybe a meeting at 10 and then another meeting at 4 or at 3, I have a big block of time where I can work on things. So I will time block the rest of the day to make sure that I don't waste the time in between meetings. And then this can be sort of an intake place, or it can be writing notes, or it can be anything pretty much. And I'll just put a sticker over this and it's good as new. But I absolutely, this is my favorite daily of all the dailies that I use. This is my favorite because it has almost nothing on it. The hours begin at 6 a.m. and end at midnight, 11. And the reverse is blank because guess what? I don't use a daily every day. So I don't need a daily on both sides of the pages. Now, you will see those in this channel because I only have so many of these. I do not plan to refill this until I use up every single other daily page that I have in my stash. And we're talking about a lot because I've tried a lot of dailies. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab 10 pages from here. 1, 2, and again, very yummy paper. 2, 3, 4,
5. That one's a little bit beat up, but that's okay. Sticker goes over it. 5, I think that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Or some whiteout. I don't really care. If a day is that busy, I'm not going to care about decorations. I just want to have something that's going to let me get my things done. All right, so now I have taken everything I need from this, so this one can be set aside. We're making progress. Next up, the next thing I want to add to this planner, ow, I just clocked myself in the hand, is this was going to be my original work planner. And first of all, it is huge. This fits 2-inch discs, as you can see here. It is heavy, super heavy. I love this cover. I love it so much that I bought the snap cover too. So that's what I'm going to use later on. But it's too heavy. It has too much in it. It's just not workable for me. So it does have some things that I like. I like this pen, so I'm going to grab that pen because I think that's going to be, this is a friction pen, maybe not. I'm not sure I want to use a friction day to day. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave all of these. This actually sits on my desk, and this is going to be where I'm going to keep all of my inserts that I'm not using. This one, you can see some of my plans. I'm going to skip through those. I have some note paper in here. This was another experiment. I took a cloth and paper hourly, weekly, and I put it here, and then I put something else here, and I was like, nope, that doesn't work. I tried it for a week, and I was like, no, this space is too small. It doesn't work, and I don't need it an hourly every day. So experiments and, oh, look at that, more of those. So I'm going to try to consolidate all of these into something else. And then from here, I am going to grab some things. So this is my getting things done section. I'm going to grab this divider. This is a cloth and paper divider. This is something I'm going to make a little bit nicer at some point. So this is also something I want to move over. Then I have my inbox page, and this is going to be what I'm going to use going forward to put in all of my tasks. What I love about this is that it has the tasks. You can actually mark them off, and then whether it's actionable or not, and then what to do with it, right? And so I love this. This is from Squared Plans, SQUAIRD. And I have that. And then there's the next steps. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not. Maybe. It's not something I would use as part of this. I think this is a separate thing, but we'll see. Then there's the waiting on, which I may or may not use. I think I'm going to move them all. Projects I don't need. You'll see in a minute why. And I'm going to keep the someday thing. So these are all part of one printable from Squared Plans. I love the fact that it's printable because I can print it on my own nice paper and then print as many as I need. So I'm going to take this whole section and move it over. And I keep putting things on the side because you're going to see me assemble it later. This is the GTD weekly review. And it has, I've kept the professional piece, and the personal thing lives in my, the personal incompletion trigger list lives in my Franken Planner for Home. And then a few other pages that are useful that I don't know why they're black and white, but I'm going to take everything out. I think I want to use it all, so I'm going to move them all together into the new GTD section. All right, next, let's keep going. The next section of this, these are wonderful tabs that came in a subscription box, actually both sets in 2 subscription boxes, and they're wonderful. Again, they're very thick, great for this. This is going to be my I don't know what I'm going to call this, not our archive planner, but this is where all my work-related Jane's Agenda inserts will live for the foreseeable future. So here, the first thing I have is this focus outline, which I'm going to watch her videos to see how she's used them. I don't know that this is something I'm going to need necessarily most of the time, so I'm going to leave those alone. Then the next section is goals, and I definitely want to move that section. Now, the way that this goals insert, which again was from a box, it is available on, I'm pretty sure it's available in her store, is that it has the annual goal and then it breaks it down into months. Now, my year for work started in July, but I can still give this a whirl. So, and what I love about this is that it also has quarters Now you can see here that these have dates. I'm gonna see if I can find a calendar that I can paste here, or I might just decorate it and say, you know, to heck with it. I don't know if I'm gonna use these or not, but I'd rather have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take third quarter of 2025, because that one I don't have to change. And then I'm also going to grab, I believe there are 6 pages of these. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or is it 4? 1, I can't count. 2, 3, 4. There are 4. All right, you know what? I think I'm going to leave this alone. I was going to use it, but I haven't figured it out yet. And so I'm not going to bore you with me trying to figure it out, especially because this is a work planner. So work is so different for people. So next up, notes. And you can see the notes page. I have my own notes, and I have some blank pages. I'm going to leave these here. Eventually, I'm going to have a learning planner for work, or a learning notebook where all these notes are going to go. But for now, they can stay there. Next up is meeting notes. Now, this can be useful. And sometimes when I'm having a meeting, a one-on-one or small meetings, I don't use the sheets. See here, I use them. I'm going to grab a few of these for my bigger meetings, maybe 5. 5 I think is enough. Next, I am going to leave this alone. And again, this lives in my office, so I want to make sure that I'm prepared for Zoom meetings and things like that. The next section is projects, and another cloth and paper dashboard. I'm going to grab these two because these are, actually all of these I'm going to grab because these are all ongoing projects. And I need to get back to those and do something with them. So again, I'm going to grab 5 pages. And I do have enough projects right now that need to be broken down. So I think 5 pages will be enough, but we'll see. Next up, we have the debrief worksheet. And again, this is another sheet. I think I'm going to use this one. This one I think could be useful. Not all my projects needs to be debriefed, so I'm going to grab just 3. And we'll see what's up with those. Leave the rest in the book. Next, reference. And right now, I'm going to leave this section. I'm going to bring this piece over. That's from a book. And it's a useful reminder for me. And again, I'm going to leave this alone. This is meant to be for information that you have to access over and over that you want to keep in printed form. I haven't found a use for this yet because, again, everything is online for me and I can access everything in any location where I work. So these can stay here. Next, I have some dot grid pages. I'm going to leave those in here. I think I don't need them in the other planner. And then these are some old sheets, planning sheets that I used. Another one, more of those funky stickers. This can stay at work. And then some cloth and paper items, some stickers. I'm not sure I need those in my, oh, I like these dots though. Maybe the dots. Maybe not. I'm gonna leave everything in here. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna need it, so I'd rather leave it in the work binder. And the last thing that's here is old statistics, and there's a reason I'm keeping them, and I cannot remember why. So they're going to stay in there until I figure it out. All right, so this one is also done. All right, let's see. Is there anything else left that I have to look at this point? I think I have covered everything. I have looked at everything that I could possibly need in this Franken planner, or in this work planner. So now let's put it all together because I've just been tossing it aside without much regard for what is what. So let's put these here. And I will start with the project pages. So, because those are the ones that are in the front. The debrief worksheets are going to go behind the project pages. And I am going to bring this over like so. Put the blank pages here. Then I'm going to grab the current project pages and put them here. You need to refer to that. And we're going to leave them alone for now. Then we're going to take meeting notes. And those are going to go in the notes section. Because, yeah. And these are going to be for the bigger, more formal meetings. There's a lot of people involved, that sort of thing. I think that they belong there very nicely. Next, I have the getting things done materials. And I think I'm going to leave, I brought, I love this. I absolutely love this. I'm going to set this aside for now and decide where it's going to go a little bit later. So let me find that get it done tab that I showed you earlier. And that's where the inbox and everything else is going to go, as well as my pages that I pulled out in the very beginning. So my current to-do list is going to go here. Part of what I'm doing also is figuring out what else is missing, because I think there are things missing in here. I just haven't figured them out yet. So again, let's get this all figured out. Then I'm going to take my daily pages. Remember the daily pages that I pulled out? And those are going to go in the daily section. Something is getting stuck. Oh, the two dividers are stuck together. All right, the daily section. And these are going to be the daily sheets that I'm going to use when I need them. Let's see, I'm taking another peek, making sure that you can actually see what I'm seeing. And then I am going to take the blank sheets for notes, because I have meeting notes. And I'm going to put those actually in front of the meeting notes, because I use the blank ones more than I use the ones for the big meetings. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, we're almost there. So now let me see where things are. So this recurring task brain dump needs to go somewhere. It doesn't make any sense right now. And these need to go somewhere. So I think I may need one more tab to put this together. But we're gonna leave it alone for now, because I'm gonna start assembling. So I think what I want to do is I want to start by putting the actual covers and the clear covers, and finding a dashboard that I want to use. I absolutely love this. This is just so absolutely gorgeous. So the options are this one, this one. There is a beautiful vellum, which I am going to use. This one, which reminds me, it looks like a vineyard perhaps, so maybe not for work. This one with the light bulbs, and then this one. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know where this is, but this reminds me of home. It reminds me of Old San Juan. So I think this may be the winner. And then we'll put the vellum on top of it like so. Usually I use the ones that are double-sided that come, so this one, which is there's two of these. One that has the sunflowers on the front and the bicycle on the back, and then the other one so that you can do them like this or like this. I usually use those. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. So let's see what this looks like. Putting all the pieces together and seeing what that might look like. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that so much. And the fact that it reminds me of home kind of is pretty amazing. The thing I'm not loving, to be honest, is the blue. I'm seeing the blue. Let's see, putting it like that. Okay. No, I think that works. So let's put discs on this and go from there. And I think. This is the part where I'm trying to figure things out. I pulled out three sets of discs. I pulled out a set of classic copper ones. I pulled out a set of classic black ones, and I pulled an expander set of black ones. And I think this is my favorite of the bunch. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to take the vellum out and put the two covers together. That's seems to be the method that most people use. It works pretty well for me, so why mess with it? And put this together like so. Will I be doing this every month, changing all the covers and everything? I probably will change the vellums and the dashboards. Oh, and the plastic cover, I probably won't change the outer cover all the time because I have these beautiful colored ones that are perfect for work. So, and those are going to be more, you know, they're going to look better in the long run during the academic year. I have a lot of stuff that has gotten onto this cover. So next, we're going to put the vellum on this side. And I usually put the vellum with the dashboard, but anyway, let's do that. Sorry for the noise. And then take that beautiful cover that reminds me of Old San Juan back home and put that on. And the great thing is this particular cover and this set could be used for into the fall because sunflowers are around for quite some time. All right, so next I am going to add the planner guts. So I'm going to take the initial pages and put these in here. Oh, not as easy as I had hoped. Okay, there we go. Then July. I'll show you how I decorated July. So you can see, again, nobody's going to see this at work but me. And frankly, if they see it, I think they'll just realize, you know, this is the creative side of me that I say I have, but I don't get much of a chance to use at work in my position. So next we put August. I'm doing this not in the best way possible, but I'm trying. All right. So now we have the 3 months that I want to have in here. I think that's plenty. And it's enough to give it stability without making a mess. So now I'm going to take my first divider, and I think I'm going to use this beautiful sunflower, and that's going to be the dashboard that goes behind it. So that's how things will stay private. I mean, you're getting a little glimpse of it, but then I'm going to take my current brain dump, and eventually I'm going to use those inbox pages, but right now I needed to do a brain dump stat this afternoon after my workday ended, and so I did that. I'm going to put my GTD blank pages in here, and I may end up not using the inbox. I don't know, I've been fine without it, but I like the idea of being able to at a glance see what things, you know, what is actionable, what needs to be done, you know, what I don't have to deal with right now, that sort of thing. And the whole GTD methodology, I cannot explain it to you. I can barely apply it, but I like it. So I'm trying it again. One more time. Oh, I see what happened here. I cut one of the pages too small. I think I printed it too small. And so it doesn't fit the way the other ones do. But I'm going to put that one there. And I'm going to put the one that's the little one in front of it. Fortunately, it goes in front. And now we're done with the getting it done page. Then the next thing is put the daily divider that you saw earlier. And that one, I don't have to hide anything, but I love, love, love these dashboards. And I have exactly 3 of them. It's almost as if I planned it, except I didn't. I'm going to use the light bulbs. And for that, you know, burning the midnight oil. I have no idea why. I'm just using them because I like them. All right, so then that's going to be my daily pages. Get those in there. My blank daily pages. And then I'm going to take the projects divider and put that in. And I'm going to use the bicycle. I think the bicycle is perfect. I know what I don't have. I don't have one for the back. I'm going to take my project pages, both the ones that are already filled and the blank ones, and stick them right in here. And last but not least, in terms of dividers, we're going to put the notes. And for that one, it's the winery scene. That's okay. It's kind of hiding. I won't feel like I need to go to the winery by looking, you know, when I have my planner on my desk at first. And then I'm going to put all of those sheets that I pulled out for taking notes, and it's not happening. So I'm going to try to take them a few at a time. Put those in here. I still don't know what I'm going to do with my statistics sheets. So that's kind of a thing. And this. And I think I just figured out what I want to do in terms of nothing. I'm thinking that I may take this sheet. Let me think. I think I want this one somewhere else, and I'm going to take and move these back because what I really want is the GTD one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, I changed my mind. I'm going to grab this one, and I'm moving them all one. So I'm going to take this one, which is the cloth and paper one. I think this is a really good one. It's a time to plan, a plan, time to act, a time to rest. It is wise to know which is which, and especially for the plan and act, because sometimes we spend so much time planning and then we do nothing. So I need that reminder. I think that's a good reminder for work. Then I'm going to use the sunflowers. No, not the sunflowers. No, yeah. Yeah, the sunflowers. I got myself confused there for a minute. Then I'm going to use the light bulbs, ideas, projects. I like that in here. And then I'm going to leave the winery there. And then I'm going to take the bicycle, which is the sunflowers on the other side, and put it here. So that now coming and going, it looks pretty and so forth. So that's so far where we are. Now I'm going to take my snap and cover. I'm going to add that. I still have the issue that I don't know what I'm going to do with those statistics pages. And there was one other section that I wasn't sure what exactly I was going to do with it, but I'll figure that out off camera, and I'm happy to let you know what I did if you're curious. So there's the back, or the front, excuse me. Then here's the back. I like this plastic. This plastic is pretty durable. I mean, I wouldn't pull at it like a crazy person, but I would definitely, you know, like hard, because it will break, but it is good. I think this is looking fantastic. I think I'm going to put these lovely sticky notes in the front here. I still haven't put my note. No, I don't even know what that it's all about. I know that was, I think I had a meeting in that room in the other campus, and that's why I put that number, so I wouldn't have to look it up on my phone. So now I have the basic setup with the covers and everything. So I think the last thing I'm going to do, and then I'm going to stop because I've been for a while here, is I have a few decorative items that I can use. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to use my little calendar, and then this is my page finder, and you can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm going to show it to you this way. It's bees. So my page finder is actually going to go, and now I'm seeing part of my, the error of my ways. So these pages actually need to go with the week that I'm on. And why is that? Because that's what I'm going to pull from when I'm setting up, when I'm dealing with that week. So I had to use a Cafe Core stickers to set up my monthly. So I did that, and then I immediately moved to Office Chic from Live Loft Posh for my weekly. So what I'll end up doing is this sheet will probably, and you know what? I think I'm going to flip this upside down and give myself a tiny little border. And yes, they're upside down and it's a different color, but that's okay, because that way I can jump into the current week pretty quickly. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to have my list. When I go in on Monday, I'm going to take these out. I'm going to set up all these sections. Oh, I lost some of my, I didn't finish putting my labels on. That was sad. And then once I'm done setting this up, this goes into the back. If I still have things from this list that haven't been done by the end of next week, those will then move into my inbox. Because some of these things are going to be things that I don't necessarily need to do next week and so forth. So that's part of the reason for that. I noticed I still have a few things. I still have all of my statistic sheets that I need to input in there, or add to that. I have my recurring task brain dump that I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it. And I have my one little reference sheet that I do want in here that I need to figure out. But I'm going to finish up putting this together and call this a day, because if you're still stuck with, still watching, I salute you and I thank you. But I got to finish up. So the last few things I'm going to do, I still have that sticky note that I took out too, which will probably go into a list, is I have to add some decorations. And for this, I'm going to put it here for now. I'm going to use some removable double-sided tape. So I think I'm going to put it right there so I can see the schedule for the month at a glance. And then I'm going to take, oh, wow, this is a soft touch. This is a special, it's a different texture that it's almost, I don't know, has a calming effect. I think I'm going to put this one with the bee right here. I'm going to put in my Sunshine Era right here. I'm probably going to, oh, I do not like these clips against this because they can scratch the, I don't know if this is screen printed, but I'm going to call it screen printed. The screen printing on that. And I think I'm going to put this one here. I don't like it there. I need to find a way to show it off. There we go. I want to see most of the quote there. So probably double-sided tape for both of these. I also have some of the ollie clips, so that way I can actually ollie clip these together and hopefully they stay. I haven't figured it out yet, but I think that's it, my friends. I think I have my work planner for July set up, and this is going to be my work planner for the next year. Let's take one last view of the whole thing. I'm sorry, I was a little bit off center. So we'll have my pretty cards here properly placed so they don't fall off. We have the cover, the vellum, and the dashboard. Then we open up to the title, to my name page. That's going to have my name and my phone number. Then we move on to the weekly. So that's going to be the tab. The monthly is easy to find. The weekly is easy to find. Then I have my 3 months. Then I move forward. And then we have my get it done section, which is the GTD system with this particular dashboard, which I think is very, very good reminder. Then the daily section, the project section, and the notes section. And that is that. So thank you so much for watching. If you managed to make it all the way to the end, drop me a sunflower in the comments. Tell me what you thought about this video. I will not be doing planner setup videos very often because they take a long time. And I don't edit videos. I want you to see how long something actually takes, especially when you're making decisions on the fly. But let me know what you thought, and let me know what content you'd like to see. This is only my second video, so I'm looking for all kinds of input on what you'd like to see in this channel. If you want to see my first video, the one that actually talks about my lineup, I'm going to make sure that I put a link in the description. I'm learning how to do that. So take a look at that if you're curious as to what the rest of my lineup is. But I'm hoping to be creating somewhere between 3 and 5 videos a week, probably closer to 3. Definitely no more than 3 once I start my academic year. So as you look at my lineup, let me know what you're interested in. And it won't be the same videos every week because, again, I have a lot of planners, so I want to make sure that I give all the planners some play. But we'll see what happens. So we're just getting started. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please click on that thumbs up button. And if you want to keep following me and see my future videos, please hit that subscribe button. Have a great day, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.